And then he has just opened it up, accessed it after it's been pulled here. And then he's cleaned out the end, and we're just getting ready to light everything up, basically, bring light to this point. Right now, everything's dark. We have no light to the premise.
And light, for people that don't know, is the way that the data is transmitted.
Correct.
It's via light over a fiber optic cable about the size of a hair.
Correct. Sure. Correct. And he has put on a device. It's a red light device. Do you want to pull that off, Curtis, and just give them an idea of what the red light looks like?
It's just, it's got a straight laser, and it's got a flashing laser. And it just sends the light through so we can see it on the other side, just to make sure that we are getting light. If we don't see that on the other side of this fiber, then most likely it's broken or damaged somewhere along the line.
Okay.
And there are ways to fix it. Splicing it, basically cut it, add on, basically melting on another piece of glass, which is the fiber.
Now, it used to be splicing fiber optic was quite a technical feat.
Still is.
It still is.
Very much so.
Okay. So I know when a backhoe hits a fiber channel or cable, it's a big deal.
It is a big deal. Can cost a lot of money.
That's why you call, what number is it?
One call.
One call.
Yeah, 811, I believe. 611 or 811. Do you remember?
811.
811.
All right, so now once we put the light on here, we go to the MST, which is where we
Those are
our hand holes.
Those are our flat hand holes that are across town.
Okay.
So there's probably over 2,600 of them that are all hand dug in, most of them anyway. So they're all across town, and this is one closest to us. Not necessarily always the handhole closest to us has the MST, but oftentimes the one that is closest to us or a couple handholes away will have the MST in there, and that's just a port where we'll make a connection.
Okay. So. And that actually provides the service then?
Well, sort of. There is also a cabinet we need to go to, so we'll need to find a localized cabinet to this service area, and we'll need to make sure that we make connection there.
Okay.
So we really have two connections outside of the premise, one at the handhole, one at the cabinet.
The MST is a multi-service terminal. Basically, it's where we can get from the CO, as we call it, from the cabinet, the CO to the cabinet, the fiber to multiple different residents. So it's the MST. We have 4-port MSTs up to 12-port, or actually there's more, but usually we go about 12-port MSTs. Yes, it does. And so it basically splits that from there into the different houses. So it's a multi-service terminal.
Okay.
That's what the MST is.
Excellent.
He's bringing up on his phone, totally, he's able to bring up our map. And our map will give us
I'm not sure we'll be able to
location. Map will give us a location of where the MST is located in the neighborhood. So he can then zero in, and he'll show you a picture of kind of what it looks like.
See it on there or not.
Kind of. It's pretty bright out.
And then it comes in, and
so we'll go to that location, and in theory, the service line here should be labeled with the address.
Okay.
And we just find out what port number to go to.
All right.
So it looks like our MST is over.
I need to do that here.
Alright, so this is a handhole. And this is that multi-service terminal that we call MST. Here is the other end of the fiber. And we do like to label them. Sometimes those get ripped off, but I put the light on there, so I don't know if you can
can
see.
see the light coming through now.
So now I know that's the right one.
Yeah.
I'll come on here. This is our cleaner. It's like a little flosser, basically. Cleans the fiber. port 3. Okay. So it's hard to see some, but they are labeled on here. Let me get these handy tools.
Got your cleaner on.
Already cleaned it. There's an arrow and there's a notch we have to make sure are lined up. Sometimes it's not the easiest. Make sure it's in there nice and tight. And now that's this portion. We go to the cabinet next and make sure we can see the light there. And if we can, after that we'll go back to the house and we'll actually test it with our meter and make sure we're getting a good amount of light.
Webcam. I believe I'm just playing a media file right now. No, this is the.
Nice and muddy today.
Yep, you can. It cap you at like 4 hours, and there's some other restrictions there too. Session. Yeah. There's tons. I mean, there's tons of freebies out there too.
So this is a splitter cabinet?
Yes, sir.
You might have to pay for that one.
You always gotta be careful.
Too. I don't know.
Those things and
Oh yeah.
spiders like to get you sometimes. So,
When you
I
go
don't know
over,
if you can see right here,
I'm gonna zoom in.
is this your thing?
you can see the red light,
Yep.
and that's what that shows us
Word.
which one to plug it into, and that we have light. So one thing I like to do, I always clean it. Now this goes back
Gotcha.
to our main hub or our CO.
That stands for central office, correct?
Yes, sir. And I like to just test and see if we're getting good light here. And we're getting -12, which is good. Shows us that one is working and should send light down to the house.
Switch my source.
So I just unplugged that. I already cleaned it.
I don't really want to broadcast my face on the internet, but oh well. It's fine.
A nice little click.
I got
Clean it
Curtis
up a little
Paul right
bit. It
now.
is working and should send light down to the house. Haven't noticed. I just unplugged that. I already cleaned it. And I'll go back to the house and do the fun stuff.
Okay, so you got it all done, right?
Anyhow, we're almost all installed. We're getting there.
Really? Is it stuff inside done?
It is in. It's in. The inside stuff is not done, but it's inside them.